Hi, I'm Danielle Nicole, the brand stylist. I teach beauty professionals how to make $1,000 a day doing hair behind the styling chair. And this is really important whether or not you work independently as a freelance artist, if you're renting a booth or a chair in someone else's salon, if you're an employee in someone else's salon, or even if you're the salon owner and you have an entire staff of people working for you that don't know how to grow as a beauty professional. And we know that's important because stylists who are not growing tend to get going. And maybe even worse, they leave the industry altogether because they can't make a living at it, or they stay and they have such a black cloud over their head that they bring down the rest of the staff and ruin the culture of your business. Either way, we know that it would be important to give them the tools and the tricks that they need to be successful as a beauty professional so that they stay and they thrive and they grow and they bring positive energy and light to your culture. And then even if you're working independently, we want to have that same kind of energy and light behind the chair for ourselves and for our clients, because they can feel when we're happy and we're productive. We can't give our best service, we can't bring our best energy to the table if we're not feeling it inside, if we're not being genuine. They can tell the difference. And when we're thriving and we're growing, we can definitely magnetize and connect with people, and they want to stay with us because people like to be around successful people. And when we're feeling that way, they want to be there to help support that success because they believe in you and what you're doing for them. Last week, we talked a bit about the word try and how it holds us back in our professional and our personal life. And I told you that we would work together on getting that word out of our vocabulary. And I will tell you what happened to me. Once I heightened my awareness to the word try and how much I use it and how much of a crutch it is in my everyday life, I almost became obsessed with figuring out an alternative word or phrase to get rid of it. And even though I still use try, and I may accidentally even use it in this video, I'm definitely more aware of it, and I've definitely lessened how often I'm using it. So what I came up with is the word work. Here's an example. I am trying to start a new YouTube channel to help beauty professionals to grow their business and get to $1,000 a day. Versus I am working on growing my YouTube channel to inspire other beauty professionals to grow their business. The word work, for me, it has more energy behind it, and it sounds more like a commitment, determination. I'm actually doing something, I'm taking action, I'm laser focused. Whereas if I hear myself saying, I'm gonna try to do a YouTube channel, I'm gonna try to reach out to beauty professionals so that I can coach and mentor them to $1,000 a day, even to myself, I'm not buying in. I don't necessarily even believe that I'm going to do it myself. So how can I expect anyone else to believe me or trust me that I'm not gonna just disappear off the face of the earth and you never hear from the Grand Stylist again, who already said, I'm here to help beauty professionals to grow and to hold their hand through that process, especially brand new beauty professionals who, let's be frank, in beauty school, you learn how to pass the state test. You do not learn how to make any money at it, and you do not learn how to make a living at it. And that's what we want to do. We want to make a living at it, and we want to do it sooner than later. We don't want to take 2 weeks to do what we could do in a day if someone were to give us the tools to do so. That's what I'm here for. I've been in this industry since I was a teenager, and I've done so many things wrong. I want to give you the things that I did right so that you don't have to have this painful journey towards being able to pay your bills, and so that you can move out of your parents' house, and so that you can have a car that doesn't break down on you, and so that you can travel and pursue some of your other interests. It's not about being money focused or materialistic or trying to some get rich quick scheme. It's about just freeing up your time so that you're working smarter and not harder, so that you have options, so that you have some freedom. If you're a mother and you want to be able to have the time to volunteer at your children's school, or in my case, I do a volunteer ministry and I love doing that and I have no intention of giving that up. I would not have time to do that if I wasn't making the most use of my time when I'm in the salon behind the chair as a working beauty professional. I want to make the most use of my time so that I can be present in being a mother and a wife and doing my volunteer ministry and whatever other things that I like to pursue. I can't get to the gym, I can't shop for food and cook and take care of the house or any of those other things without being completely overwhelmed, stressed out, and burned out, without using these principles from the Grand Stylist that I've used to get to $1,000 a day on average, so that I can be balanced in my life and have the freedom, like I said, to do these other things that are important to me. One of the things that we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about is the consultation. There is so much money in the consultation that people don't realize because they don't know how to do a proper consultation. They've never been trained. 9 times out of 10, I hear a professional person in the beauty industry say to a client, even a brand new client, "So what are we doing?" That's the entire consultation. That client sits in the chair of a stranger. The stranger, AKA stylist, says, "What are we doing?" Well, how are they supposed to know? I mean, they know that they came for a trim, but they don't really know what they need because we didn't do a proper consultation and really analyze the hair and see what was needed so that we can make the professional recommendations needed for them to have the service elevated to where it needs to be, for them to walk out feeling so happy that they contributed to your getting to $1,000 a day and are happy to do it every month, every 6 weeks, whatever it is, because you handled yourself so professionally, giving them the services that they needed, wanted, and deserved. We're gonna talk a lot more about consulting and the steps that I have taken and taught to my own employees for years that are tested and true, and they really do monetize. I'm gonna show you how to do it. If you like this information, there's gonna be a lot more. I am full of content that I'm going to be giving to you because I believe in it and I wanna help. Please push the subscribe button and the notification button, because every week when I give you new content, I wanna make sure you're alerted so you don't miss a thing. And please press like, because this is a brand new channel and I need to bring as much energy, light, and love to it as possible. Share it, spread the word to any and everybody that you think could benefit from this information. Again, the next time I see you, we're gonna talk about consulting. So get your notepads ready, and because I'm gonna want you to test this out and show me how you monetized it over the course of a week. I'll see you next week, but for now, it's the Grand Stylist, and I'm signing off.